G'day everyone, today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to play Sonic Unleashed recompiled PC port of the Xbox 360 version of the game. I know it's a giant mouthful, but hey, you're getting a PC port of the Sonic game that didn't get a PC port, and quite frankly, I've played it. It's great, it's fantastic. In order to play this PC port, you need to get the Unleashed Recompile. This Unleashed Recompile is the unofficial PC port of the Xbox 360 version of the Sonic Unleashed, created through the process of static recompilation. The port offers Windows and Linux support, which means no Mac support at the current moment, maybe in the future. The project does not include any game assets, so you have to provide your own legal version and your own legal title update. It's very important that you have the base game, title update number 2, and all the DLCs. The Unleashed Recompile port will work without the DLCs, but the DLCs also give a little bit of an extra boost to fidelity and lighting because of some of the game files that the adventure pack has with it. This recompile port was inspired by Nintendo 64 Recompile and Zelda 64 Recompiled. The game includes a mod loader compatible with Hedge Mod Manager. In order to install the game, you have to head to the Hedge Dev Unleash Recomp releases, and we are using, in this video, version 1.01. Once you have downloaded that from the release page, you'll get a folder that looks something like this. I have my own folder for where I'm putting my specific Sonic ROMs so I can find them easily later. In the Sonic's ROM folder, I have the Sonic Unleashed base folder, the Sonic Unleashed title update number 2, and all the DLCs. I will note that at the moment it is rather annoying to get all of the game files, DLCs, and title files, as everyone is clamoring for these files, which is bottlenecking a lot of the servers. I will post a Reddit link down below where someone has hosted the files. I don't know if they'll stay up for long, but as long as they're up, I will leave the link in the description below. Once you have acquired these files through whatever means you can, you're going to get a screen with your installer where it's going to ask you to add files and add folders. I've tried adding folders for these files multiple times. It never worked. It kept saying, it's not there. So I end up adding each file individually. So you press the add file button, and the first thing you want to find is the base game itself. It has to be a US or EU version of the game. It cannot be the Japanese version. Once you have found that file, next you have to find your Sonic Unleashed title update number 2. The Sonic Unleashed title update number 2 will end in a G3 file. After you've added both these, you'll head to the next screen, which will add the sources for all the DLCs. Now again, I have tried adding the folder so it'll just add all the DLCs at once. It didn't work, so I had to go into all of the DLC folders and add them individually. And each of the DLC folders is a bunch of folders in a row until you get to the final file. Once all the files have been added, you get to the final part of the installation process, which is the installer itself, which requires 9 GB of install space if you have all the DLCs added, or 6.68 GB if you just have the base game itself. It takes a little while to do the installation. It may vary depending on your computer's CPU or disk speed. I have no real idea, but it took me a little while for it to finish up. And then once it's done, your installation has been completed, and the project has been brought to you by the Hedge Dev team. You can watch all their names float by at the bottom, or you can just hit next. Your Sonic Unleashed Xbox 360 PC port has now been installed and has a few options that may be of interest to you in the options screen that has been added, including better support for ultra-wide monitors, faster than 60 FPS frame rate, more resolution scale than what you are currently using, but be warned, if you use more than 60 FPS, there has been glitches that occur, but at least you now have the option. We also have proper VSync, we have various anti-aliasing, shadow resolution, transparency aliasing, and shadow controls that we didn't have before on the Xbox 360 version. Alright, that's it from me. You're done. You've installed Sonic Unleashed on the PC, Xbox 360 version. Now you can go enjoy some chili dogs while you play your game. Have a good one. Bye bye.